folks. We are starting our select board workshop. Save and Beckwith is here, I'm here, Erin is away. And let's see. We'll have a lot to discuss today on this wonderfully rainy day, but we did have 3 applicants for the secretary position. So we will definitely be calling them for interviews and looking through their resumes. We have, they're all local people, which is great, and available by phone. Probably interview next week if we can, if they have the availability of coming in. So, we have one that with a phone call that we'll get back to. We have another one with a resume, 2 that have resumes that are pretty impressive. One may be overqualified, and we'll see how that goes. Yep, we're live on the workshop, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Did you want to go through anything, or I didn't know if you were...
Well, we've got 3 applications for a secretary.
Okay.
And so we're just kind of going through those applications and we'll have them come in next week for an interview.
Okay.
All right? And then,
I just had some revenue information,
oh, sure.
but no, just let me know when you're
Okay,
ready for me.
sounds good, because we do have to look at it and decide what we don't want to put in there. And I did add Piper, the correct Piper number. Okay. It's on the share drive
Yeah,
now.
we do have Fox money, added revenue as well, 2 offsets,
We do?
500.
Okay,
We'll talk
Awesome.
about it.
okay, sounds good.
So you're gonna call applicant number 1
Yes,
without a resume?
right,
That's in a letter of interest.
yes.
And number 2 has a lot of technical experience, but not as much office experience.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3 has experience, maybe not in a municipal setting, but things that will handle privacy well. And organization and scheduling,
Yes.
communication, and computer skills.
Let me see if we have a number there. Yes. We did have a phone call yesterday from somebody else who was interested, but they wanted full-time. So I'm not sure that these folks are looking for,
Now, can our select board secretary double for any of these other secretary positions we have open? Or is that a conflict? Planning board and appeals board?
we haven't done that in the past. We haven't done that in the past, so, yeah,
I didn't know if it might attract a candidate that's looking for more hours.
it's possible. But,
We'd have to explore the potential conflict.
yeah. I did ask Desiree too if she has ever had a specific job description for those positions, so, and I don't know.
I don't believe.
You don't think so? Yeah, they all look pretty good. So I have phone numbers and I'll make those phone calls, not during workshop hours though.
I just wanted to make note, I think some people are unaware that we have an interim CEO that is working on things for the town, just by some emails. So
Okay,
Norm
yeah.
Hutchinson is acting as CEO
Oh.
until we find a permanent person, so we are not without one,
And he's very active.
and very experienced.
Yeah, and he's been doing a great job with the organization and catching up with
Yep.
everything that needs to be caught up. We've been busy working on taxes and should have that done and ready to sign on Monday. Still working through a mill rate, going through different scenarios, so, but looking good. Looking good.
top of that.
Well, that's something that we could have Danielle come in and we could go through.
Maybe never come in.
Sure.
Come in.
And then, I'm pulling up, previous years. Yeah. So I'm just pulling up previous years so we can look at what they use for what. Yeah,
It's not on.
it says green.
That does?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's lit.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
I did the message,
Just
people
easier
can't
to
hear?
hear you, yeah.
Okay.
Before we tackle into that, I keep saying things publicly, but I don't think we can say it enough, that people have been receiving fraudulent bills
Oh,
from the town.
yep,
With different people's names on them. We will not send someone look at the email address before they open it.
right.
Because it would come from the parsonsfield.org, and it's not.
And it's not, there are 2 scams so far, that have come in for permit fees that are owed, that are
Extravagant.
totally extravagant.
Nothing on our
So
fee schedule.
please, yeah, let us know, but don't pay it. Interesting. Hmm?
So, how do you wanna tackle this? What do you wanna do?
I wanna look at your revenue sheet that I
See if I
have.
can unplug this again.
It unplugged?
I did last time, I screwed it up.
Oh,
So let's see
oh,
if I can do it again.
Oh.
Alright, so I was just gonna walk through, go over what it was saving as we're going through.
Okay.
Alright. Let's make sure I get a share. Can you access the share drive?
Probably.
Okay. So, that money for the Piper
Yep.
is in the reserve. It has to go to the general fund
Before it can be used.
if you're gonna put it towards the revenues.
Yes, and it's $8,451.75.
Yep.
Okay,
So it's gonna, that will get transferred and I'll just get an email confirming it again,
Yeah.
so.
and I added it into that Excel sheet
Behind
you
you,
had.
that's your share drive from here.
So you're gonna go, can I just click?
Yeah.
Here. See how it says network share?
This is where you want me
So, I'll let you drive.
Okay.
So go right to 2025 tax commitment. Doesn't have a lot in it, but that's what we were working with. Okay. And then you're gonna go to Trio. Okay, do you have Trio up?
I don't, I just have the revenue sheet that's in there.
Okay.
I
I'll
have
go to
Trio,
Trio
but I mean,
for
you
you.
have
Okay.
the access that you need.
No, you should have access, you should have it all. Alright, we'll just have to get it loaded in case we need it. So go back to your share drive.
Where do we open that? Right here.
And so Jen's in it, so double click on treasurer report. It's just gonna say read only, which is fine. Okay, and just expand that, that's what we're working with. So this is the report from Town Report, and what we've done is taking out all of these revenues that are already in the tax commitment worksheet.
Okay.
So what we were trying to do is add all the revenues that we can use to reduce the tax commitment. So if you go all the way down, there's a use of fund balance figure. Last year it was 260,000, and that's what we're projecting here. And those, if you go up here, that's the fund balance that the auditor gave us, and that's 50% of that, and so on. So we're just trying to figure out how much fund balance do we want to use to reduce the tax commitment, and we're going to put it in there. So that would be the total revenues to reduce the tax commitment. And that's what we're trying to figure out what we want to do.
So we plugged in 25%, but we plugged in usage fund balance, 370,804, which is not the 25%.
Can you click on,
I'm in the share drive on the,
click in the 370,804. Okay, so that's adding J18. So if you click in that cell, Jen,
where are you?
okay,
It's the Piper Fund.
so you have to delete the pipe. Are we going to use the 8451?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's why it's showing, it's adding it to the use of fund balance, not to the total, which should change. We should add it down to the bottom. I added it in the wrong cell.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Where are you putting it
Okay,
now?
no, you're on read only, I'm gonna have to edit it from her side. You guys are looking at the same screen.
Yep.
Okay. Let's take, so I added it wrong, so that was there, so just delete that. And we're gonna put it here instead, cause that's gonna match that.
Okay, got it.
And then we're gonna add,
Is it, why, it's odd that it would automatically add to,
that's already adding it. So this number is already adding that.
okay, so this is the new number?
Yep.
Okay, so, Saban, everything that's yellowed out is what we cannot use because it's listed somewhere else,
Okay.
right? And then,
So even just X out of that and open it again, cause we just changed something on hers.
the question becomes, what do we use out of the revenues to offset our taxes? And in one spreadsheet, we used all of them. They don't, it's not normally done.
Right.
And I don't know that we have a worksheet from last year that says exactly. I opened up the 2023s and looked at their tax rate calculator, but it's not specific, so, to the definite revenues.
Do we wanna try and add all the revenues from last year with the fund balance and try and figure out how much they reserved?
Yeah, yeah,
We can do that real quick.
okay,
Want me to work on that?
yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna just look at these and see if there's any other that we might, oh, I know what I was gonna ask you. These use of reserves, Bartlett Doe says 40, but we've only approved 20 for this fiscal year.
That was for last year,
Right,
so we need to change that to 20.
right.
Right.
Okay.
So
that-
change that to 20.
I'll do that now.
And also we have to add 500 for Elijah Fox.
Okay, so that needs its own list under use of reserves,
You can. Yep. Probably would be cleaner.
okay? So, there's Bartlett Hill, it's 40, we had 40 from the year before, and 20.
20 this year, good
We only
catch.
approved 20.
Yep.
There's something else. Oh, slippage. So focus solar, what's all that? Even-
Those are deposits we get.
But they reneged their contract, or-
So I don't know,
We still
I don't know what the
getting
we did last year.
but we don't, I don't believe that we have any this year.
So that's something to look at too,
Yeah.
if we're still gonna get that.
Yep, I'm gonna actually delete that, because I think those
Okay.
stopped last summer.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we have those at all. I mean, we're not using 24, 25 numbers for revenue, or are we?
Well, we are here, cause that's all we have to go on.
Okay,
It's so early in the year, we don't know what our total revenues are gonna be.
right.
So that's the best projection we can do and just delete.
Well, and
We're
we
not
know
gonna
that
get-
Bartlett is gonna be 20 and not 40.
That's a good change, yeah,
Okay.
cause we definitely know that's what it's gonna be.
Right, and this should be 0.
I don't know,
We've had absolutely, these guys canceled the contract.
okay.
Yep.
Well, that's a safety, so,
Yeah,
is there anything else in a warrant article that's a revenue that we don't have in the sheet? Maybe something to look at. Probably not.
but that, remember he was talking about aligning the articles with the.
Yep.
Yep. And you couldn't find it.
Right. I don't think there is.
I don't think so
but when
either. So this is what we have, up to 50%.
We can only go, yep, I got 50%.
And that's we've never done that.
Nope, they've all, like, 260 and less.
Mm-hmm.
And this is ultimately to stabilize the tax rate from one year to the next.
To reduce it.
Reduce it, yeah.
So there's an article that restricts us, we can only use 50% of the fund balance to reduce tax commitment.
Okay.
And the auditor gave us the fund balance as of 2021, because that's all we can go on right now.
Correct. I'm gonna, use of town fund balance, I'm gonna put it at 350, okay?
If you wanna save a copy of that, you can play with numbers too, save it if you wanted to. Just save a copy and put your initials on it. And you guys can kind of play with the calculations a little bit. Did that number change?
Yep.
Okay.
So
You want me to
Bartlett
take this
Doe is
report,
down
do
to 20.
exactly what we did, and then compare it with last year's to see how much of the revenues they used?
Yeah.
Okay. Do that real quick.
So when you changed your Bartlett Doe, did you change it to 20,000?
Yes.
It didn't change my use of town fund balance.
What do you have for use of town fund balance right now?
378.04.
Okay, I changed that as well. So,
Just manually change it.
yep, 350. Normally, there's like, they use around 260,000,
Okay.
but we have a pretty hefty fund balance, so.
And we've never gone higher than 25% of use of the fund.
No, not even that, I mean, 20, maybe
Yeah.
tops, but usually not. have some questions though, the solar fee, is that fees that come in because of solar permits? Tree growth, let me see if that's in the tax rate calculator. Did you also go into Trio?
I am in Trio, yep.
Okay, so, did you, let me see where you're at, so, because they have a tax rate calculator sheet.
I gotta get Trio back up. Hold on. Way too many open screens. Come on, where are you? Trio. Go back in.
Real estate, yeah. So today,
You know where it is?
yeah, you don't have what I have. Hit printing. Try, hit reports. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, yours doesn't come, oh, go back again, tax rate calculator, right there. How come you're grayed out? That's very interesting. Yep, that's what you hit.
Yeah, I think we're doing graduated access on the screen now,
Okay.
which I was fine with.
Yeah. So it's pre-populated, like I said, with the numbers that Trio, that O'Donnell's puts in for taxable real estate, personal property, and then the whole tax rate calculator just drops itself down to numbers that you fill in. County tax, there's my sheet. And then you can manipulate the numbers. 142,1184. 2662, 289. We don't have TIF financing, so that's. Education 241,792. So then you plug in what we owe for, our schools, local education, and what we owe for county tax, and I don't know why, she might give you that access, so you can see it. State municipal revenue sharing. Anticipated. So state municipal revenue sharing comes in twice a year, and that's money that the state shares with us, and they come out in February, and then again, I think November is what he said, so we use the first number that we have, which is 250,000, 250,305. And 86 cents. Crazy. Other revenues. So, under line 13 of the tax rate calculator says other revenues. This is what the tax rate calculator looks like. Okay, and that is that's what we plugged in for our first scenario. Now we're gonna go you remember when Soltage was, leasing the land on Secocas?
Right.
And then they stopped their lease because of a CMP issue and the money involved in getting the infrastructure. But that was at least a year, that was more than a year
I
ago.
thought it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I've got access to that.
I think we can do. Say we took out interest. Do you have this sheet up in front of you?
Yep.
Okay, so everything that's yellow, like I said, is,
Things that we already have.
yeah,
Marked somewhere
they're
else.
elsewhere, so it would be like double dipping if we put those in. Bartlett Doe, 1 year we used 40,000, because we hadn't used 20 the year before. It seems like every year 20,000 is what is used out of Bartlett Doe. Piper Fox Fund, for the first time in a long time, we're able to deposit dividends and interest from the account. That came out to a nice healthy amount, 8,451. Did you see other revenue, the checking account interest is,
Significant.
yeah.
Under other revenue line 25. Sorry, is it line 26
I changed that to 3,000.
from 300?
Yep. And that's kind of, that's low ball, but. Electronic drop-off refund? Wow.
Sad.
Wow, we got it. Oh, you know what? Because we split that with Cornish, and I think we paid a little more, and then we probably got that refund from them.
You have access to it.
Okay.
It's under tax billing. So,
So, what, I've changed a few things, okay? I, increased this,
oh,
okay, because that will happen. I corrected that,
mhm.
and
You added the 500, right? For Elijah Fox?
not yet, that should go under use of reserves. So, I want another line there. Okay, so,
And also, I just caught that, where is snowmobiles?
and I took out the Soltage. So, I just saw,
That needs to go there.
okay,
Can you hit delete?
Yep.
That goes to the people.
okay,
Easy, I don't wanna say that, snowmobile.
yep.
So I'll take that out. Oh, yeah, you definitely have to sleep on that.
Yep,
Oh, so,
and, Monday, you're like, I'll be here all day, are you here Monday?
yeah,
Okay,
so I took out everything just like we did.
mm-hmm,
That's the total, that's the amount they used. So there's a difference of that, they used that much more than all the revenues. So they did use all the revenues. Mm-hmm. For 2024.
very interesting. Okay,
That's last
Okay,
year's
okay,
treasurer
all right.
report. So maybe they projected
did we
something
take
more.
everything out that, oh, last year they used 20.
That's what was on.
Yeah, it's like 30. There's quite a few things listed there. Who's the town fund balance, yeah, just.
I'm just typing all your thoughts. And put 500. Just one H.
So I'm missing something in my formula, total reserves, changing that number doesn't change the use of town fund balance.
Do love Excel as much as Danielle does.
I know,
I
like,
know.
500. Unless we see if that's gonna change, if it's gonna play out.
Okay, we click underneath that.
Ding, ding.
Okay, so I'm just gonna compare what's been taken out.
So what is it on now?
So when I alter that, I'll alter that number.
Right, because that's just your fund balance number.
Okay.
Yep. Take out,
I added Elijah Fox.
go click in the 370 column. Use of town fund balance, yep. Yep, and then go up here and delete J18 in the plus sign.
J18.
There you go. Because that's adding something that shouldn't be there. And then go down to the total in bold and add, make sure J18 is added. Oh, see, you're not getting the 20 or the 5.
Right.
So, yep, just hit plus and add 'em, yep.
Planning board fees certainly jumped up.
This is last year.
You think appeals board fees should be up? I feel like we've taken in that amount in the last month.
Let's double it.
Get more people married, more babies.
I always look at that too, and then death certificates too, so I think, is what's going out is the same coming back in.
It's very weird. It's very, kind of the same number all the time. It's
Yeah,
weird.
Franchise fees are going to the kids, right? Is that what we're talking
TV2,
about? Yeah.
that's why it's wiped out. Oh,
That's a
so-
good
find your
so they
snowmobiles
use-
and delete that. Go down. Or did you
Snowmobiles,
already?
right
Go
here.
down.
Snowmobile
Snowmobile refund. Get rid of that.
The whole
That
line?
350. Just delete 350 and you can hit. Yep. Because that goes to the snowmobile clubs.
Really?
It's a dollar warrant article. We get money from the state.
Yep.
And then we turn around and give it to the clubs.
I know this one.
the interest in our checking account last year was about 20,000 more than this year, interestingly enough.
I think it's going down. I need to meet with them and see the rate.
Yeah.
It was at 4,
Uh-huh,
and I think it's more at like 3 now.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's across the board kind of a
Yeah.
thing?
I don't know if they just, that's what they do and you have to pay attention, or.
You expect occupancy fees to go up?
No, I don't think so. 275 this year, and let's see, we put 220, so we're up a little bit from last year.
This rate that may triple.
I think I keep the same. I'm just going to check something.
So last year they do 20.
Yeah, I did 260 in the year. last year they did 260, the year before they did 260, and the year before that it was less than 200, it was like 190 something.
189, I think.
189.
189, yeah.
But if you could use the amount that the school increased and add it to the fund balance amount, I mean, then the people wouldn't feel
Share
that.
the burden.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, our use of the fund balance is, I think, healthy. Matter of fact, all right, I just put it back to 360. 360,000.
Is
I
that
had it at
362?
350.
So it's a little less than 25%.
It's a little less than 25%, which is well within.
So they must have used something like 18%.
What was the percentage of that, Jen? Or would you just manually change it?
I manually changed it. Yeah.
So just look at that formula.
So I just printed off just so you can see this treasurer's report and taking out the same exact things we're taking out. Because we're trying to figure out what did they use for revenues to come up with that. That was last year's tax commitment.
Yep.
That's the total with everything taken out. And that's what they used. So it's pretty close, they just added a little bit. So all the revenues that they could use, it looks like they used. Don't you think, Jen?
Yes, and I'm gonna, looking for revenues from last year's tax calculation, looks like all allowable used, yeah. I would like to close our workshop at about 3:15 so I can make phone calls to the applicants.
Okay.
Without, okay?
Do you need any more information, or you guys
No.
all set?
Thank you.
And I will, we have Monday to kind of finalize and go through some of those numbers. So once those get plugged in, total revenue, appropriation. So municipal, I did all the same, other revenues, I'm gonna plug that in, right? I'm gonna use this number this time.
Did you have to load it, Jen? When it came back on?
All of this came up blank so that I could use it as a worksheet.
Okay.
Okay, this is in Trio,
Yep.
under tax rate calculator, so it all comes up blank again. And what we did was save what we used the first time, which is, my copy somewhere.
This tax rate calculator is still grayed out on mine. I signed out and signed back in.
You did.
Yep. There's some more stuff populated under custom programs, but I don't wanna touch that.
I don't understand this, you should have marked this one up.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it is, cause you need to use it. What the heck?
Let me sign back out again.
I went to change it and you had already had it, so.
My password, put it here. I got this yesterday, this morning.
Now you have a lot more, you should have real estate.
Do you have my tax rate calculator sheet?
Yes.
Yeah.
2025?
Yeah, thanks, I just wanna compare numbers, compare.
Yeah, because real estate was here before.
Go into tax bill. Tax rate calculator.
Yep.
But you should have everything else. Alright, I'll work on that, but you can release that. So that is the rate, yep, so just say okay. Yep, say okay. And hit load. There. That's what she just entered in, I think. wanna double check the revenue amount she has, cause I don't know if that's. What's your revenue amount, Jen?
In your tax rate calculation.
Other revenues, I have 1,056,442,28.
Okay, he can't see that, so. You can manually change that though, you're not gonna hurt anything.
Said 1056.
442.28. So they used 20 last year as well for, where's Bartlett? Interesting, huh? I know we did 40.
Yep.
The year before. Must have been 20 last year for the year before. So. And I know 20 is what we, yeah, so that's good.
What's your mill rate?
Well, I'm trying to, do you remember what?
That came from
There it
Trio.
is, okay, right. So, county tax, right? Municipal appropriation, correct? Local educational, 241,792. We don't have a tip. Total appropriation add line 7 through 10. Why is there such a difference here? Line 11. Do I have to add, do I have to hit something to make it?
Well, you're off.
Add lines 7 through 10.
Hey.
Oh,
We see
Yeah.
5 o'clock at the restaurant.
right, total valuation. Okay, what's,
That's 2662, no, what line?
To countryside Mills.
6,
creation, difference,
2662, okay. Line 8.
oh, yep,
I'll see that. Right.
So that's
your education's off, no?
municipal
See,
appropriation.
if you have 241 in education, and it's 2.241,
2241.
million.
Oh,
that's just a typo.
it's a big typo.
That's a big typo, but that's, yeah, that's why it's a draft.
Yep.
Yep, there you go.
Is it the 2 million
Yeah,
that I was staring at going, wow,
Yeah.
how many kids are in town?
I know. We, Parsonsfield, we need people to go to those school budget meetings. So let's see what happens now. Still, yeah, total appropriation 50449,
Yep.
292,
Yep.
yep. And state municipal revenue sharing, which is line 12, anticipated, which we should say. And other revenues, I put in
56, 442.
Yep, so that's a little, yep,
Okay,
because we took a few things out. This is what you and I projected, so that's, it's like almost, it's about 25. Well, that's okay, so then total deductions. Maximum. 394. Oh, okay, this is, hold on. yet to be raised, which is line 15. Okay, so it's, yep, so that's appropriate, 3737, so maximum allowable. So, let's see what our tax rates are, and then we'll subtract and go for the middle again, 17,335.
So your maximum allowable tax changed. Right?
Yes, and,
Okay.
yes,
Yep.
it should have, it should have.
Cause you
Because we
altered
need,
the
right.
fund balance?
Mhm.
Okay.
This is from the county and school board, I was saying, those are one of the county and school board. All right, interesting, all right, that makes me feel more comfortable with all of that,
Can you print a copy of that?
Of this?
Yeah.
let me, do you want it like this, or I was gonna get the tax rate?
You gotta actually put in a tax rate?
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
And that'll be like scenario 2, cause we have 1, and then we'll do scenario 2.
Can I get a copy of this?
Yes.
Steven, did you get a copy of this?
Which one's
So
that?
you can make them that one, that's the one, that's in our shared drive, yeah.
Is that the 20, I have the 2024.
Yeah, this is the 20,
25.
yep.
So you can, are you calling this scenario 1?
Mm-hmm.
That's number 1. So I'll show you. So this is given to us because we know how much that is. That's all the warrant articles added up together.
Okay.
There's no tips. We don't do tips. That's the school amount. So when you go in, the top 6 trio pulls automatically from
Okay.
the system. So you don't have to worry about this when you go in the tax rate calculator. We have to input these, which are all known. That we have from the state. That's just from the state website. This is the number we're playing with right here. So when it all comes together, it's gonna give you, that's the maximum allowable tax. And you guys get to choose between the minimum tax rate and the maximum.
Okay.
So it's in between these two numbers, and that's what you're trying to decide and play with numbers.
What was last year's?
16.8. So this would be 16.4, 17.2. And last year's were 16.8.
All right, guys, I'm gonna, stop the workshop just so I can make the
Okay.
phone calls to our applicants.
And then we play with overlay.
Thanks, folks. More to come on Monday.
Overlay protects the town if somebody doesn't pay their taxes. Because we plug in the maximum amount of taxes that we can collect.